I need to hear that again. Let's just play it again.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Let me tell you right now, Katy, you're officially an astronaut.
What a phenomenal title. Whoever came up with this title, give this guy a freaking raise. Tell me how this is not awesome. Astronaut.
And then they come down.
Let's not minimize this.
No, I know.
It's
a big deal.
Let's celebrate female astronauts.
And because they were
did it.
united. That's the other thing. There has been female astronauts.
Let's not minimize this. Let's not minimize this.
You won't believe what's happening behind the scenes right now. It's a celebrity showdown like no other. News just leaked that the Simpsons writers are cooking up one of their most savage parodies yet. And this time, their target is none other than Katy Perry and her infamous Blue Origin spaceflight. But wait, things are about to get real messy. Katy's reaction? Total chaos. And honestly, it's just making the whole situation 10 times worse. So, what's the tea? What exactly are the writers planning to expose? And why is Katy pulling out all the stops to shut it down before it even airs? Stick around because this story is full of twists, turns, and the kind of drama we live for. Let's back up a bit. We all know The Simpsons has never been afraid to take a jab at pop culture. From political scandals to celebrity meltdowns, they've turned the biggest headlines into biting satire. But this time, they're reportedly going after Katy Perry's high-profile Blue Origin mission, and insiders are saying this parody is shaping up to be one of their most brutal takedowns yet. When word of the planned episode reached Katy, her team went into full-on crisis mode. According to sources, her management immediately labeled the parody as a targeted attack and a gross misrepresentation of what the mission was really about. Heated calls, urgent emails, they threw everything at Fox Studios, demanding the project either be scrapped entirely or heavily reworked. But here's the kicker. Their efforts to stop the episode seem to have had the opposite effect. Instead of backing down, the buzz surrounding the parody only grew. Now, the Simpsons writers are reportedly more determined than ever to move forward, seeing the controversy as free publicity that guarantees massive ratings. And if the rumors are true, the episode is going to be savage. Imagine this. Katy's animated alter ego floating helplessly through space, delivering overly dramatic monologues about love and unity, while Mission Control looks on, utterly bewildered. Fans are already speculating that the writers have been taking notes for months, pulling from Katy's viral Instagram lives and her overly curated interviews about the spaceflight. The sheer level of detail allegedly captured in this parody has sparked even more speculation that the episode could become one of The Simpsons' most iconic celebrity send-ups ever. And honestly, it sounds like they're pulling no punches. But wait, it gets juicier. Behind the scenes, Katy's inner circle is reportedly in full-on panic mode. Sources close to her claim she feels betrayed, not just by the writers, but by the entertainment industry as a whole. She's worried that this parody could permanently damage her already fragile public image and completely derail her attempts to rebrand herself as a serious cultural icon. And let's talk about that legal drama. Word on the street is that Katy's team has sent multiple warnings to Fox Studios, threatening legal action if the episode crosses certain boundaries of professional decency. They're calling this parody a personal attack and warning of irreparable reputational harm. But, are the writers even listening? Doesn't look like it. Insiders at the Simpsons camp seem completely undeterred by the legal threats. In fact, they're reportedly leaning into the controversy, knowing that all this drama is only going to drive more eyeballs to their show. Meanwhile, Katy's frustration is said to be boiling over behind closed doors. There's even talk that she's considering a truth-telling documentary to reclaim the narrative about her spaceflight. Can you imagine? Exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, tearful reflections, and interviews designed to show the real story behind her Blue Origin mission. Sounds like a Hollywood blockbuster in the making, right? But critics are already weighing in, saying this move could totally backfire. Public perception is a tricky thing, and let's be real. Pushing back too hard might make her look even more out of touch. And the internet? Oh, it's been ruthless. Katy's efforts to frame her spaceflight as some kind of spiritual awakening have been endlessly memed and mocked. Remember that daisy she kept holding onto? Yeah, it's gone from a symbol of resilience to a running joke about performative privilege. The tension has only escalated since Katy Perry caught wind of The Simpsons' brutal parody plans. Her team is reportedly scrambling to contain the fallout, but their efforts might be backfiring spectacularly. So, how exactly did things spiral this far out of control? Insiders close to Katy claim her initial reaction was a mix of shock and fury. Upon hearing the specifics of the parody, she allegedly demanded an immediate meeting with her team to brainstorm damage control strategies. From there, the gloves came off. Her legal team wasted no time firing off strongly worded letters to Fox Studios, warning that the episode could cross ethical lines and inflict lasting reputational harm. But instead of backing down, The Simpsons writers seem more emboldened than ever. Sources from within the production team suggest that they're doubling down on the parody, viewing the controversy as a golden opportunity to draw in viewers. In fact, rumor has it that the episode's Mabiwa storyline has been retooled to include subtle nods to Katy's very public meltdown over the project. It's a level of meta humor only The Simpsons could pull off, and fans are already buzzing about how savage the final product might be. Meanwhile, Katy's PR strategy appears to be divided. On one side, some of her advisors are urging her to play it cool and brush the parody off with grace and humor. After all, public sympathy could swing in her favor if she portrays herself as the bigger person. But others within her camp are reportedly advocating for a full-scale offensive, including a media blitz and possibly even legal action to block the episode from airing. To make matters worse, leaked details from the episode are creating a frenzy online. Fans and critics alike are dissecting everything from supposed concept art to rumored plot points, and let's just say, it doesn't look good for Katy. One leaked sketch allegedly shows her animated doppelganger floating dramatically in space, delivering an over-the-top speech about cosmic unity while Homer Simpson rolls his eyes and mutters, "Who writes this stuff?" It's a sharp jab at Katy's attempts to reframe her spaceflight as a spiritual awakening, and it's already sparking debate among fans. Is it a clever critique of celebrity culture or a step too far? Either way, the buzz is undeniable. Social media is awash with memes, mock-ups, and speculative commentary, and the hashtag Simpsons vs. Katy is trending on multiple platforms. In the midst of this media circus, Katy is reportedly working on her own counterattack. According to insiders, she's considering releasing a documentary to set the record straight. The project would include never-before-seen footage from her Blue Origin spaceflight, along with heartfelt interviews where she shares her personal journey and addresses the public criticism head-on. Katy is said to believe that this documentary could reclaim her narrative and show the world a side of her that's been overshadowed by the mockery. But here's the catch: public sentiment might not be on her side. Critics argue that Katy's insistence on controlling the story could come across as tone-deaf, especially when many see the Blue Origin mission as a shallow PR stunt rather than a groundbreaking achievement. Her daisy-clutching, teary-eyed interviews have already become the stuff of internet legend, and not in a good way. Even worse, some of Katy's peers in Hollywood are reportedly distancing themselves from the drama. While no one is openly criticizing her yet, the silence from her usual supporters is deafening. It's almost as if everyone's waiting to see how this plays out before picking a side. And let's not forget Blue Origin. Sources close to Jeff Bezos claim he's privately regretting his decision to involve Katy in the mission. At a recent event, Bezos reportedly quipped that he'd rather send a more laid-back celebrity, like Snoop Dogg, into space next time. It's a telling sign that even the billionaire behind the project sees the whole ordeal as a misstep. As the drama unfolds, fan communities are weighing in with their own theories and takes. Some are defending Katy, arguing that she's a victim of Hollywood's relentless satire machine. Others, however, see this as a cautionary tale about overhyping personal milestones in an era where authenticity is king. Regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear: this saga isn't going away anytime soon. The Simpsons episode, if it airs, could either cement Katy's status as a misunderstood icon or push her further into the realm of meme-worthy infamy. And Katy's every move, from her rumored documentary to her legal threats, will shape how this story ultimately ends. So, what do you think? Is Katy Perry fighting a losing battle, or does she have a shot at turning this mess into a victory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, while you're here, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more juicy stories and behind-the-scenes drama.